Yo, what's going on? It's your boy SHZZY 8ANDO, baby, the big hustler, and we here on Sounds of the Future. Y'all niggas need to tap in. Grah!
Is that 508?
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Whoa. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
All right, what's up? It's another Sounds of the Future episode. It's Nolan. Who am I here with today?
It's your boy SHZZY 8ANDO, baby, the big hustler. You know what's going on?
Thanks for joining us today. So I want to go all the way back. Let's talk about how you first got into music. Can you tell us that story real quick?
My family kind of was just a lot into like music, fashion, and shit like that growing up. My pops was like a rapper, shit like that. He had a couple songs in like GTA 3. Tours and all this other shit. My mom, she used to sing at church, and then I was just like musically inclined as a kid from what they pushed me into, what they taught me and shit like that.
Right.
Played the drums, you feel me, so on and so forth, violin, piano, and then I just kept just highlighting my, honing my skills from there.
Right. So I want to talk about, so you mentioned your dad had a few placements in GTA 3. So how big of a role would you say his, I guess, his music played into the type of music you make today and also just your artistry in general?
I would say in terms of, because with my pops, I seen more of the production side of him rather than the rapper side.
Yeah.
So I feel like in terms of like creativity, like the kind of music he would play for me and shit like that, because he would have like crates of vinyl records and like old cassette tapes and shit like that he would like sample, mix and match and shit like that. You feel me? So I feel like if anything, it made me the producer I am today, but I kind of had to soak up my own experiences in the world to figure out my sound.
Right. So to talk about that side of or that aspect of music, as a producer and as a rapper, which aspect of music do you prefer? Is there a side you kind of lean towards more when creating? Like, do you favor one over the other, or is it kind of like all blend together as this is my art?
I feel like it definitely all blends together at a point, but I feel like producing for real feels more like a calling rather than a profession. You feel me? I feel like when I do music or if I'm songwriting and shit like that, that feels like, I guess, like the job of it all for real. But when I'm making beats or I'm like structuring a sound, like making the sound my own and shit like that, that's really where like the passion of it comes in.
Right. So you mentioned you're from the Bronx, correct?
That's a fact.
So I want to talk about growing up there and how it kind of shaped who you are as a person, and also I guess as a reference point to the type of music you make, and like just the the environment there pretty much.
Well, I mean, I'm a king of two boroughs, you feel me? So I was born in Harlem and raised in the Bronx. So it's like half of my life I was running around Harlem, half of my life I was in the Bronx, you feel me? But growing up in the Bronx side of it, I feel like it's just, you have to grow up tough. Like you have to grow up like, I feel like all of us in the Bronx, because a lot of us are shitted on by majority of New York, we kind of just, we grow up tough, you feel me? So like we always feel like we got something to prove.
Growing up in that, I guess saying how you have to be tough in order to, I guess, live in a sense, how would you say that kind of translates into your music career? Is that something that carries over into, navigating different environments in terms of the music industry and like the different rooms you're in and stuff like that, and having to stand firm on your creativity instead of sacrificing stuff that may not be the best for you? Has it helped a lot?
Absolutely. Definitely growing up in the Bronx, you learn easy. Like you learn very, very early on that all money ain't good money. You feel me? So in terms of like the growing up tough aspect, you gotta be a shark about your business. You feel me? But you also gotta pick and choose your battles. You feel me? Not every battle is worth like puffing up your chest at, you feel me? Shit like that. Sometimes you gotta be the smartest person in the room. Like it's an old saying, like if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You feel me?
Thanks.
But sometimes you end up in the wrong rooms anyway, because the music industry has its own shiesty side to it, for me, shit like that.
Yeah.
So you just got to learn how to navigate it once you're in a position where you're forced to be in those rooms. You feel me? Because I'm not saying it's like inevitable, but it's part of the game type shit. Like everybody runs into it at least once or twice.
So to build off that question too, what would you say, and you're independent too currently, right?
Yes.
So I want to speak about that independence and what is the hardest part about being an artist in that aspect. A lot of people kind of reference the consistency aspect of it, you know, having to deal with the social media stuff like that. What would you say personally is the hardest part about being an artist?
The organization of it all, because, and the patience of it, because a lot of times we get so lost in the creativity that we kind of just want to push it out.
Yeah.
You feel me? But planning is very important, and that's something I had to learn the hard way. Like, I feel like the way that my music has grown from when I actually set up a solid like game plan for myself, as considered to when I was just throwing shit to the wall and hoping it stuck.
Yeah.
For me, it's a very, very big difference.
So now I want to shift into I guess just your artistry as a whole, and not even just music focus. I want to talk about clothing and stuff like that too. So we mentioned earlier that you have a clothing brand, correct?
Absolutely.
So can you kind of talk about how you navigate that world, and also how it kind of builds off your, like I said, your artistry in general, like the music side and stuff like that? Are you able to combine the two?
Yeah, in terms of just like it's easy product placement.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you always gotta look fly for your videos and your content and shit like that. But Barbaric New York apparel is supposed to, I wanted to mean something to people who already feel like they're somebody. You feel me? I want people when they wear my clothes, they want to stand out, you feel me? Or at least know that this is like the uniform for the people that already stand out. You feel me? So the slogan of the brand is called "Be Wild Now, Regret Never." You feel me? To sort of influence and nudge at the idea of always being unapologetically yourself. You feel me? Whether that be your wild side or just like let your wild side free. You feel me? Yeah.
So do you ever feel like in your career and just in life in general, it was kind of hard for you to find that footing of unapologetically being yourself constantly, or do you feel like you always were kind of born with that confidence of like, this is who I am, I don't really gotta put on a facade for anybody, this is my
I feel like, because like I said, the whole like having something to prove shit, you feel me, there was a very long time where I had to deal with the ridicule of it, you feel me? Like that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't prepare you for, is like pushing through being laughed at. Yeah. You feel me? A lot of people stop there and they just kind of quit there. Once I got through the whole like, oh, ha, this nigga whack, I just started fine tuning shit, you feel me? And now I'm at where I'm at.
I have a question for the future. Obviously on Sounds of the Future, we're gonna talk about it. I wanna talk about legacy. What kind of impact do you wanna leave, not only on this earth, just like, I guess on this earth too, but you know, in the sense of artistry and just in life in general, what do you want to leave to future generations?
That you can, regardless or whatever the obstacle may be, if you stick to it, you feel me? And I know it sounds cliche, but yo, bro, this shit is so true, bro. Like, you stick to it, you feel me? You continue to be yourself, nothing else but yourself, you are going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Life is going to hit you hard. It's going to get rough. But as long as you continue to figure out how you can continue to make yourself shine, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. So I got two more questions for you. I know earlier we kind of mentioned that you have some projects on the way, project out. So talk about that and anything else you want to promote in that aspect.
Absolutely. Shout out all my dogs. That had to do with the Motions 11 compilation album. Feel me? 11 songs featuring amazing underground artists. We got Alco Ace, Turbeezy, Pacino the Plug, Malik English. It's Emo. Ty Drive also goes by X3. You feel me? My son is a producer, engineer, mad fire. You feel me? Like the list goes on, and it's something that I want to turn into like a series in the near future. That shit is out right now. You feel me? That shit dropped on New Year's Eve. You feel me? It was my project to close out 2025, and then I'm gonna open up 2026 with See You Later. That's dropping on the 26th of this month.
Yeah. So we're excited for that project, and one last question for you. We call it words from the future. Is there anything you want to leave with the audience advice-wise, or anything, you just want to leave with them?
Stop buying your streams.
Facts.
Don't be a dickhead. Bring back good business. And stop shysting your mans. No funny shit. There's too many of y'all niggas out in court in real life shysting y'all mans. And karma gonna beat you the fuck up. Word.
So thank you so much for joining us. That is another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Signing out.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum with thoughts to drill, but I found a better way without a deal.